presents the Wills World Cup.
Hello and welcome to Ahmedabad and to this opening match of the very exciting Wills World Cup 1996. This place is a buzz, and I can tell you that Ahmedabad is north of Bombay and is known as the City of Dust. It's the textile centre of India, as in the state of Gujarat. Let's have a look at what the captains have to say.
Michael Atherton, you've won the toss for England. What are you going to do?
We're going to have a bowl this morning.
What do you make of the pitch then?
A big pitch looks alright. I think there's a bit of dew around and a bit of damp. Hopefully the ball might do a bit this morning.
Okay, all the best.
Thanks very much.
And Lee, you lost the toss. You're going to have a bit of a bat.
I don't have much luck tossing over here, do I, Smithy? Yeah, we're going to bat on it. I think preferably we would have liked to have bowled, but we have to go at some stage, score runs on it, so we might as well go up front.
And the spinning option, you've chosen Thompson ahead of Patel.
Yeah, we just think Shane at the moment gives us a few options. We didn't need to use Defect to open the bowling today, but it was a tough call, so we've gone with Shane.
Okay, all the best.
Thanks.
I think we're in for a good day.
That is the scene around the ground here in Ahmedabad. It is really buzzing in this place. A big ground. They're talking about a crowd of in the order of 46,000. The outfield is damp for the start of play this morning. You can see a little musky around at the moment, but everyone is very tense. We're talking about the teams in particular. This is their first match. They want to get off to a good start. There is the New Zealand team. Those of you watching this telecast in New Zealand will be particularly interested to see what New Zealand have done for this first match. They're attacking openers, key in this match. Fleming, the stylish Fleming in at 3-2s, and Chris Cairns, he's had a lot of publicity out here, and he's a really important part of this New Zealand side. Thompson in the side, Patel is not there, and Chris Harris in the side as well. Jamon is the captain and wicketkeeper, Larson, Nash and Morrison the bowlers. England, well, that's their lineup. Mike Atherton, very important to their well-being, both as a captain and in terms of the bat. Alex Stewart must get his runs quickly to offset Atherton's slowness initially. Hick, Thorpe, pair brother, all good one-day cricketers. Russell, he's been playing well just lately as well. Craig White in the side. Dominic Cork, a little bit of an injury cloud there, but he's out there as well. Darren Goff, he can do anything, and Peter Mott. So no De Freitas in the side. Richard Illingworth is there as well. So there it is. He's only played 8 matches, so not much experience, and no huge scores there, just 23 years of age. Very interesting to see how he goes. I'm looking forward to seeing how he plays. Gets them in a hurry, he does. And this is the first ball of the World Cup. Here we go, Dominic Cork. Just a little bit of swing there, and left to go through to the keeper. Well, a little buzz in the ground as that first ball was bowled. That's in the air, good shot, it's way over the top, going down to the fence. Quite a hard outfield, Atherton's chasing it. Will they come back for the third? Well, that's what we've come to expect of these two openers. That's the first big hit, New Zealand 6 without loss. Got him! Oh, he's dropped him! Well, he hit the outside edge and that's gone in the air. Slightly to the right-hand side of Thorpe. Really should have been taken. That's an unfortunate start for England in terms of catches.
Yeah, good ball this. He just caught the batsman in two minds. He's first of all going to play defensive, and then he just pushed at it at the last minute. Just pushed a little bit there. That got it. It carried the slip, and down it went.
Spearman on strike. Got him, dropped him again. I can't believe this. What is going on there, Fiery? Another one to slip, another one down. England are making it tough for themselves. They've got to get a wicket here quickly.
Well, that was an absolute cuckoo, wasn't it? It's a little drive, it just lollipopped the first slip. He could have caught it with one hand. That's the sort of thing that you're looking for as an opening bowler. Batsman trying to score off you when the ball's swinging.
Oh, he's hit that one well through the offside field. That'll go for 4. That's well played by Spearman. Smashed that one right off the meat of the bat. Right into the gap as well. Good shot. Got him! Beautifully taken. Caught and bowled. A magnificent catch. That was very, very well taken. It was hit back to him very firmly, and Dominic Cork has struck for England.
good, Ev. I didn't think it was such a good shot, really. He never went through with it, got caught in two minds. In the end, it finished up a little bit of a firm push. He was going to drive it, then he just pushed it, and he didn't really do anything with it in the end. He didn't go back that quick. It's still a good catch, because when you're following through as a bowler, you're catching one-handed. It's a pretty good performance. So caught, ball caught. Craig Spearman out for 5. New Zealand 12 for 1.
Oh, good shot, straight down the ground for 4. What a great start for Fleming. Down the wicket he goes, that's 6. That's a magnificent shot. All the way into the crowd. Watch that white ball fly. Have a look at the sixes amongst the crowd. That's gone back 20 rows.
It's a good-looking shot. Chase for Thorpe, that's beaten him. 4 runs. Shot through the offside. Craig White's chasing, but he won't get anywhere near it. That's beaten him to the fence by 20 metres. It's a lovely shot. Over square leg, 4 runs, too short from Goff. That's through the offside for 4. Illingworth can't stop the snap of runs.
Right arm over the wicket. He's whacked that one, that could be 6, it's over the top again, you beauty, lovely straight hit down the ground. Ian Smith's out of his seat, lovely shot.
Well, it's brilliant stuff, Tony. The New Zealanders have really set this World Cup alight on the very first morning. A little touch of the gloves between the batsmen. Astor, he really does like to use the feet, and he's come down to Goff and said, I'm after you, and he really has got hold of him. And as you say, that's gone 4 or 5 rows back. Probably not the perfect shot in the eyes of Jeffrey Boycott, but very effective.
It's well pitched up. You don't pitch him up to him. He smashed that one away. This is a quick outfield. Atherton won't get there. It's 4. New Zealand are playing beautifully. They've settled into this World Cup and they're on their way. Oh, a bowl. So, that's the first indication of quite a lot of turn. This will go to the fence. 4 byes, I reckon. Did it flick the bat? No. All the way through, 4 byes. Now, New Zealand will be interested in this. This ball did turn.
It's a good sign for later in the day. And Jack Russell, he's been caught unaware here as well. Very, very good wicket-keeper. So if it is going to turn unpredictably, it's going to be exciting later on.
Catch it! In the air. Oh, I don't believe it. This is unbelievable, England. The captain this time has dropped the lollipop.
Well, if there's any finger pointing to be done later in the day, then Michael Atherton's going to have to point one back at himself, and this one should have been taken, Tony. It's an orthodox catch to short mid-wicket.
That's in the air, this could be out. Will he catch it? Won't he catch it? He's got him! Yes, they've caught one! A minor miracle. They put 3 down, and Thorpe is the man who's caught it. Having dropped 2, Thorpe has caught one at last. So, that'll relieve the pressure for England. New Zealand have lost their second wicket.
Be no happier man on the ground than Graham Thorpe to hold on to one finally. Gone very wide again, Graham Hack. A sweep shot again, but this time he didn't roll a wrist, didn't get over it, lifted it down to Thorpe. Very comfortable catch in the end. I'm sure there was a few butterflies as it came down, but he took it safely. Fleming has gone for 28, New Zealand 108 for 2.
Nicely played by Astor once again. Oh, he's dived over the top of it. And that'll go out to the fence for 4. Well, he gave it the Harbour Bridge, didn't he? Clean over the top. It's in the air. Thorpe waits. And he gets it. So that's the end of Roger 2's. England have another one.
रात 217 रुपए आए, सोचा कोई भूल होगी। दूसरे दिन फिर आए, तब हाथ रोक के सोचा ये सवारी से नहीं आ रहा।
Well, I think this was a mistake in thinking. He'd made up his mind to sweep wherever the ball was pitched, and he had to fetch it from outside off stump. When you have to fetch a ball on the sweep or the hook, it's much harder to keep the ball down. And in the end, it was a pretty simple catch, made look a bit awkward by Graham Thorpe. 17 for 2s, New Zealand 141 for 3.
That's a big hit. Straight back over the bowler's head. That's another 6. Magnificent cricket stroke. It hasn't taken that long for Chris Cairns to get into the action. He's struggling with a calf injury. Show any signs of this. Look at the movement of the feet. Seen Graham Hick before. Down the wicket, a little shuffle, and straight down the ground. Magnificent shot over mid-off. Just pick that up over mid-wicket. Chase for Thorpe, he's not going to get there. 164 for 3. It's off the edge, through where first slip would have been. Stewart's round and cut it off. And there may be a question whether he was over the boundary there, and indeed umpire Steve Randall is asking for the third umpire to adjudicate here. Stewart was down on the boundary, the ball went very close to the rope. Was the fielder in contact with the ball while he was on the wrong side of the rope? Well, Alex Stewart did exactly the right thing here, because he did ask the umpire to make that decision, and straight away Steve Randall is signalling for, because there's little doubt from that replay that as the hand was on the ball a second time round, the body was on the rope, and that constitutes a boundary. So that now Steve Randall has signalled that. Nathan Astle benefits by 2 more. It's a good looking stroke. Easy now, well done. We'll take another look at it here, Bob, and we'll just confirm this on the replay. The first touch isn't the problem there. There's no doubt that there's no contact with ball and rope at this point. Here's the problem for Alex Stewart. As he reaches out to stop it, second time round, look at the body, all over the rope.
Smashing it out into the covers. A lot of work to be done here by the fieldsman. And he loses it. 4 more. Correct by Cairns. That'll go all the way. 4 more. Bang. 1 bounce, 4 more.
Super shot was that. He's worked out Darren Goff's making the ball, if anything, angling to him, not really doing anything, but just angling. And so he's playing everything from outside to on, outside off stump, over mid-on. And the shot before, the ball was into his pads, he tucked away on the onside. Doesn't usually make anything leave the right-hander, doesn't get it out of Goff. If anything, makes the ball go straight on.
Beautifully driven again. There was a man down at long off, Neil Fairbrother, but 11 off the over. 196 for 3. And he's got himself out. Cairns goes. Pretty soft dismissal, really. And New Zealand lose their 4th wicket.
Well, it's the first time he's not played a proper orthodox cricket shot. He set off before Richard Illingworth bowled the ball. He'd made up his mind before, and it was always a bad thing to do. Made up his mind to try and get down the pitch, give himself room, and then just slash it in. Top edge, nice easy catch. That's a wicket given away.
198 for 4 with 9 overs remaining. And another bowling change made here by Mike Atherton. Peter Martin took a bit of a hammering early on, coming back for his second spell. Martin 3 overs for 25. And one of the players to get into him is still there, Nathan Astle, who's on 99. There it is, the first century of the world record for Nathan Astle.
Well, I'm glad he's got his 100 because he thoroughly deserved it. He played sensibly, competently. He played with a mature head on his shoulders. No outrageous shots. He well thought out his innings. big slice of luck early on to get dropped, but as I say, that happens usually to most batsmen who make 100. At some stage you get dropped somewhere, get a real slice of luck, but he took it, and he really did play with a mature head on his shoulders.
Beautifully played by Harris. Should be cut off. No, it won't in fact. That's a boundary for Chris Harris. Beautifully timed.
मनी व्यू से पर्सनल लोन लिया तभी तो आज ये बड़ी दुकान खोल पाया हूँ। आप भी मनी व्यू डाउनलोड करो और अपना सपना पूरा करो।
क्या आपकी सैलरी आने में अभी काफी टाइम है? क्या आपको भी EMI या रेंट देना है?
And up comes the 200. Still charging and he's gone. So another New Zealander goes, and Astor's long innings is over. And he's gone for 101. It's now 204 for 5.
Well, you could say that was an easy ball to hit. Attempted Yorker, became a low full toss, and in trying to belt it hard for the boundary, he holed out to Graham Hick at mid-wicket, right on the edge of the circle. Just went straight into his hands, a very easy, simple catch. And they're just not making headway in these last few overs, New Zealand. Splendid 100.
And nicely placed. Fair brother after it. Back they come for the second. This will be close. Has he got him? Yes, I think he has. He's having a look at it. This is a replay. The Sri Lankan umpire out there calling for the replay. I think that must have been very close. It was a good throw, right over the bails, dragged down onto the stumps. Was he home or not? Let's have a look.
It was certainly a big dive by Chris Harris to try and make his ground. He just pushed the ball onto the onside there, into mid-wicket. Certainly get an easy single. And as he goes for the second, it's a very good return. Did he make it? Well, I'd say he's home. Well, despairing dive. It's a good one, I think.
Said like a good New Zealander this. I want to see this again. Hang on, let's have a look. I think he might be gone. I think that's out, Richard. Sorry, mate. I think it's gone.
What, by an inch? Well.
It's all over. What a good throw that was. Right over the bails and out by an inch and a half.
Well, he certainly has been given out by the third umpire. Very tight, but there it is. Another New Zealand wicket has now fallen.
212 now for 6.
Yep.
Off the inside edge and over the top of the outstretched left hand. This England side will not be very proud of their performance in the field. That one's just cut off. It's nicely cut off by the boot of Thorpe down on the boundary. But really they shouldn't have got one.
Talking about the fielding, yes, it has been a real mixed bag by them today, but the question is whether they've done enough with the ball, particularly that man Richard Illingworth, more beautifully for England today. Man there just close inside the circle there, fine leg. Well, he's gone right over the top of it, really. So the man a deep backward square on the boundary didn't have a chance of cutting that off.
He's got that one in the air, but it's going into the gap, won't reach the fence, bouncing away for 4. That was well placed. Decided to get underneath it, and he had to hit it right in between the two fieldsmen. So that 4 takes the score on to 227. Full toss in the air, got him. That's it. Oh, he's dropped it. I can't believe it. England's fielding has been atrocious. Their catching has been worse.
Well, it must be catch number 4 that's definitely gone down that I've noticed. Maybe even a little more than that. Full pitch delivery. Try to get up in the block hole. Bit of a miscue there. Looks at Graham Hick. Just put that one down. Graham Hick, he hasn't been moving too freely. We suspect he's got a bit of a leg injury.
So 239 for 6 with 1 ball to go.
6 or 4, Tony?
6.
2. I'll tell you what, the batsman, Thompson, he's going to have a real fling at it, that's for sure. Got to get bat on ball.
That is well bowled, a slower delivery, held back by Goff. And that was very well bowled. So that's the end of the innings. And the New Zealanders, well, they'll be just a little bit disappointed that they didn't kick on to 260 odd. But having said that, I think at the start of the match, if you'd have said to New Zealand 240 odd, would you settle for that? I think they probably would have done.
Well, it's runs on the board, and that means that England have got to get to 240 to win. Not a convincing performance by England in the field. We've talked about the drop catches and one or two missed